Hi, friends. We miss you. Um, Lamby misses you too, but he's kind of in a mood today. Do you know what that means? Yeah, maybe some adult has told you before that you seem like you're having a mood, right? Maybe you're being a little sassy or whining or not making the best choices because of how you're feeling, right? Lammy's been mad today. Have you felt mad at all during quarantine? Me too. But when we feel mad, we have a choice. We can either make good choices when we're feeling mad, or we can make choices that aren't the best and can sometimes hurt people. And Lammy's been making some choices today that haven't been the best. So I told him he could come read our story together with us if he calmed down, but so far he hasn't really calmed down and made the best choices, so I'm not sure. Did you just throw something at the camera? You're mad? I know you're mad, but you can't throw things at the camera. That hurts our friends. You can't help it? I think you can help it. Buddy, when you are mad, you cannot throw things at me or our friends or the camera. That is not a good choice. But you want to read our book? Well, you can read our book if you calm down. Are you going to be able to calm down? You think so? I would love to help you calm down. Would you like help? Okay. First, I think you need to apologize to our friends. They'll forgive you. They love you. Good. Lammy's sorry for hitting the camera. Do you forgive him? See, Lamby, they forgive you. I forgive you too. Now let's talk about it. So you're feeling mad today? You're mad that this isn't over? You're mad that school doesn't feel the same anymore? Do you think that that's just because school's at home? I think you probably still really like school. You just miss going to school, right? You miss your teachers and your friends. I get it. Do you know that it's okay to feel mad? Mm-hmm. You thought it was bad to feel mad? Oh, no, it's okay to feel mad. That's a normal reaction. But you know what's not okay? It's not okay when we feel mad to hurt other people or to hurt ourselves or to make choices that aren't good choices. Yeah. But when you are feeling mad, there are better choices that you can do to let some of that anger out and to express it in a healthy way. Like what? Oh, there's a couple things. Like one thing you could do when you're feeling mad is you could exercise. Do you ever exercise? You like to run in the field? Yeah. Do you like to exercise? Do you ever go on a walk with your family or run? Maybe you go on a bike ride? Maybe you play basketball? Exercising is a really good way when we have a lot of energy in to let it out, right? Yeah, that's one way you can do it. Another thing to do that's always a good idea when you're feeling angry or anything is to tell an adult, to tell your mom or dad or a grown-up that lives at your house. Because sometimes when you're feeling mad, it's hard to remember and to think about what you're supposed to do. So if you tell a grown-up, they can help you think. Who's an adult at your house you could tell? Your mommy or daddy. Yeah, that's a great one. Another thing you can do when you're mad is to do some artwork. Like maybe you could take a piece of paper and a marker or a crayon, and maybe you could get your feelings out on paper. Maybe you just want to scribble something, again, get that energy out. Or maybe you just want to write or draw why you're mad, and that's okay too. That helps us release it. Another thing you can do when you're mad is to take deep breaths. Remember we've talked about taking deep breaths? Do you want to practice again? Okay, remember deep breaths in and out. Good. Taking deep breaths, 5 good deep breaths, is really helpful when you're mad. Another thing you can do when you're mad And this is a little bit of a silly one, and you would have to ask a grown-up if you're allowed. But a way to get rid of that energy sometimes when you're feeling mad, instead of hurting someone or hitting someone or throwing a tantrum, another good thing is something that we learned from Miss Michelle. Yeah, our friend Miss Michelle. Do you love Miss Michelle? Me too. Our friend Miss Michelle works at a place called A Haven. And at A Haven, they do a lot of work teaching kids on what to do with our feelings. So Miss Michelle has a special trick that she tells her friends to do sometimes when they feel mad. And it's to take a bucket of ice. So maybe you have some ice at your house or an ice maker at your house, and you can get a couple of ice cubes, and you can stand in the driveway or somewhere safe in the backyard, and you can throw the ice down. And sometimes that feeling of smashing the ice down, or maybe you can hit it against a tree if no one's outside, that kind of helps us release that energy. But you always have to ask a grown-up first before you do it, right? You think that would really help you? I know. I think that's a good trick, right? That's a good one. Thanks, Miss Michelle, for that one. Another thing you can do when you're mad is to kind of help distract your brain. So you can help think about something maybe that to kind of distract you from all of the anger. So one thing you could do is count backwards from 5. Does everyone know how to do that? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But when we do it, we're going to count down from 5, and we're going to think about different things. So the first thing I want you to think of at the count of on the number 5, is to think of what are 5 things you see right now. So look around. I'll do it first. I see Lamby. That's 1. I see the camera. That's 2. I see my slippers. That's 3. I see the ping pong ball that Lamby threw. That's 4. And I see my glasses. That's 5. What are 5 things you see right now? Look around your house or look around where you are. What are 5 things you see? Good. Now 4. 4 things. Number 4 is for 4 things you hear. Listen really closely. What are 4 things you hear right now? I'll go first. I can hear that it's raining outside. I can hear the clock ticking. I can hear Lamby breathing. Do you hear that? I can hear a train behind me. And I can hear my stomach growling. Is your stomach growling? Yours is too. What are 4 things you hear right now? Listen carefully. Good. So we did 5, then we did 4. Now it's time for 3. What are 3 things you feel right now? I'll go first. I feel Lamby's fur. I feel my hair on my neck. And I feel the wall behind me. What are 3 things you can feel? Not that your heart's feeling, that you can feel around you. What's 3 things you feel? Good. Now we're down to 2. What's 2 things you can smell? I can smell Lamby's fur, and I can smell the shampoo from my hair. What can you smell? Good. And last one. 1 is for 1 thing you're thankful for. What's 1 thing you're thankful for? I'm thankful for story time with you. Good. So when we're feeling mad, sometimes we can distract our brain with counting down from 5. But instead, we're going to do 5 things I see, 4 things I hear, 3 things I feel, 2 things I smell, and 1 thing I'm grateful for or I'm thankful for, right? Good. Another thing you can do when you're feeling angry is to take your hand, but instead of counting to 5 backwards, we're going to count forward. We're going to use our thumb as our base. Can you give me your thumb like this? And we're going to take, each finger is going to take a turn to tap your thumb like this. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do that? Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do it a little faster? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about even faster? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. It's another way to distract your brain and to kind of help calm you down, right? I know, there's lots of things to do when we feel mad. And one of the most important things to know when you feel mad is that it's okay to tell God you feel mad. Oh, Lamby wanted to know, won't God be mad if we're mad? Nope. God wants to know exactly how we're feeling. He loves us so much. He's our Father. So He wants to know what you're feeling. You can tell Him when you feel angry. You can tell Him when you feel sad. You can tell Him when you feel disappointed. You can tell Him when you feel happy. But God always wants to know. So we can always tell God what we're feeling. And we can ask God to help us feel peace and calm and help us to remember to have hope, right? Good. All right, well, the story that we can read today is actually about when we feel angry too. And they might have some strategies in there we can use too. Would you like to read it? Okay, great. Can you go grab it for me? Thank you. Oh, perfect. Oh, the cover looks a little crazy, huh, Lamby? Maybe you felt this way before. When I am angry. You've never had smoke come out of your ears? Yeah, neither have I. I think that's just kind of like the cartoon. This is by Michael Gordon, When I Am Angry. As you may or may not know, it's not fun feeling mad. It's even worse when you're angry with your mom or your dad. So when anger comes around and wants to ruin your day, get rid of it fast so you can continue to play. He looks so mad. Look, the teapot has smoke coming out of it too. That must mean he's like steaming mad, right? For the most part, Josh was sweet and as fun as can be. Except when he lost his temper, which was often, you see. Today's angry mood just started after morning play. Josh wanted cake before lunch, but his mom said, no way. Uh-oh. Do you think Josh is going to be mad about that? I do too. Uh-oh. Look at his face. Yikes. Did you look like that earlier? A little bit. Josh started to breathe heavily, his heart beating fast. He gritted his teeth and hoped the feelings wouldn't last. Mom taught Josh a trick to stop anger from ruining his day. Pretend anger is a ball and throw that ball far away. Wow, that's another good trick. To pretend your anger is like a ball and to throw it away so that anger doesn't ruin your day. Let's see how he does it. Josh threw 3 big balls of anger as far as he could. Before long, it was all gone, and Josh was feeling good. He sat down and ate lunch and had cake when he was done. Mom was proud that Josh had battled his anger and had won. Do you see him throwing the anger ball? Are there really anger balls? No, he's using his imagination. Can you see him? That was pretty good imagination. Can you use your imagination and pretend you're holding a ball? Good. Now can you throw it as far as you can? Ah! Good. When Josh was at the park with his sister later that day, they saw a black and white cat that Mom said was a stray. Josh wanted to keep the cat and take it home with them all. When Mom said no, Josh got angry, but then he threw an anger ball. Although it made him feel better, he was still really mad. So his sister suggested a trick she'd learned from their dad. Dad said when you feel so angry that you just want to shout, Take a deep breath, count to 4, and then let it all out. We know that trick too, right? Let's practice. Ready? In, out. You can even do that with counting, right? In, out. Good. That worked well for Josh. Soon he was back enjoying his day. Until he was in the front yard later trying to play. Some big boys were heading to the park to play in the sun. Josh wanted to go with them. He thought it would be fun. They must not have been in quarantine, like he said. Yeah. Dad said Josh wasn't big enough to leave his parents' sight. Josh felt angry, so he clenched his fists and his chest felt tight. He tried all the tricks but couldn't manage it alone. So Dad breathed with him until he could do it on his own. Look, his dad's breathing too, right? Doesn't Josh look more calm? Oh boy, another meltdown it looks like. The next day while out shopping, Josh wanted a new toy. When Mom said not today, he became an angry little boy. He yelled, cried, kicked, and stomped. He made a huge scene in the store. Mom took him out quickly and sat him down on the floor. Have you ever gotten angry at a store before? You're not allowed to go to stores. That's fair, you're a lamb. Have you ever gotten angry at a store before? They took lots of deep breaths and made balls of anger to throw. Josh threw a lot of balls before his anger started to go. It's fine to be angry, Mom said, but don't let it ruin your day. I'm proud of how you've calmed down by sending anger away. Look, see now Josh has a new trick that he knows what to do when he's mad, right? You want to throw anger balls when you're angry? Yeah, we can use our imagination, right? And pretend all the anger is a ball and throw it far away. Do you remember why Josh's mom said to do that? So it wouldn't ruin his day. It's okay when you feel angry, but don't let it ruin your day. We gave lots of ideas of what you can do. You can exercise, you can tell a grown-up, you can tell God, you can channel it into some artwork. You can ask your mom if you can use Miss Michelle's trick with the ice cubes. You can tap your fingers or count backwards from 5, doing 5 things that you see, 4 things that you feel and hear and smell and are thankful for, right? And you can throw an imaginary anger ball and take some deep breaths. Lots of tricks. It's okay to feel mad. A lot of things about this time feel very confusing, and mad is one of the feelings that you might feel, but it's never a good choice to hurt someone or yourself with it, right? And it's never a good choice to let it ruin your day, right? When you feel mad, you can make a good choice so that you can continue on with your day and not let it just be like a downer, right? So you seem a lot calmer than you were in the beginning. Are you feeling a little bit calmer? You're feeling calmer, but you're still upset. That is okay. It's okay. It's okay that you're feeling mad or disappointed or sad that school's different and that you miss your friends and that things aren't back to normal, right? But I'm really proud of you for using some strategies and helping to release it, right? Good. And I'm proud of you too. Friends, we love you, we miss you, and we can't wait to see you soon. Bye.